out of all of this, I really want to be as authentic as possible. Like my tone, everything. I want this to be simple and effective. If you know me personally, you know a lot of the other aspects of my personality. I can be very loud, very boisterous, very energetic. But in this type of atmosphere where it's just me speaking to you on such a simple and intimate level, I really want you to get the quiet, intentional, passionate part of what I have to say. Over the last few years, the most profound things that have happened in my life are in those hard and quiet moments where I decide what's going to be my truth and what I'm going to believe and what's going to stick and what I have to let go. It's like cleaning out your closet. I cleaned out my closet today, and in order to do so, to actually effectively do it, you have to take everything out. You have to pick up one item at a time and look at it and make a decision over it. Things that you loved for a long time, and you have to let go and be okay with, getting rid of it. And there's other things where it's like, it's not adding value. I haven't worn it in how long? I haven't, somebody could use this, somebody needs this. And being able to go piece by piece until, an hour, whatever it took me later, to have it all nice and neat, everything in its place. And it looks different than when it looked before. Like every time I've gone and cleaned out my closet, it's become something that I didn't know what it was going to look like at the end. And at the end, it was a completely different closet than has ever been there before, because of the things that I removed and the things that I left and kept and were intentional about. So in our life, when things happen and there's choices that we've made, good or bad, there's things that have happened to us, good or bad, and I want with all my heart to be able to tell you things that are going to give you hope and to encourage you and to inspire you, and basically, keep pushing through, keep taking that one step at a time and hang in there. It's, in the face of grief and loss and hardships and disappointments, the best thing I could ever tell anybody is just hang in there, that the Lord is doing something and He will come to your rescue. And if you don't have that foundation, it's even harder for me to feel like I give anybody anything. But at the end of the day, I don't give you anything. It's what you choose to have as your foundation in the Lord and in His Word, in the Holy Bible. His Word is the end all. I mean, He is the highest authority, so what He says goes, if that makes sense. And so when we look around us and it doesn't make sense, the Lord has still pursued me in my darkest times. The times where I've felt the most, I've never been suicidal, so I don't know what that feels like and what that looks like, but I've been in moments where I've been okay if the Lord would just take me, because it was just so hard, and I didn't know how I was going to get out. But to go piece by piece, take that one step at a time, and keep walking forward and hang in there, and choose moment by moment, and truth by truth. Is He good? Is He working in my life? Does He love me? Is He speaking to me? Is He pursuing me? And those for me are all yes. I've experienced it. I've seen it. And so I will believe it for you until it becomes a reality of your life and your heart. And that's why we need community and people around us and friendships to continue speaking that hope and life into each other, because life is going to do this, and our faith is going to shake. And if there's enough of us grabbing arms, then we have that basis, not only in Christ, but that support to continue to remind us what the truth is. And that there's a purpose in all of it, that God can use it for a purpose, that He doesn't want us all to be in pain, but that the glory of who Christ is, that revelation and that truth, it's a whole different dynamic when we walk that way. So be willing, I guess, today, with however the day has turned out for you, to be willing to take those things piece by piece, knowing that the Lord is going to guide you in what each step is, and not to freak out over the whole thing. But, it's all a mess right now. Maybe it's not. So just be willing to take one step at a time, and, that's the most we can do. That's the most I expect out of myself. I expect more out of that some days, honestly. And I know you do too. So hang in there, take one step at a time, and continue allowing His word and His authority to have that access in your heart and your life. And He goes before you and will make, your path straight, continue to give you a hope and a future. He's told you He has plans for all of us. Individually, passionately, He pursues us. And so just keep taking one step at a time and hang in there. So see you guys later.